Okay, welcome back to the channel, Hobby1 Kenobi. I wanted to have a look at the OV-10A Bronco, kind of show you some of the instructions and talk about maybe some of my plans for this vehicle. And we're going to take a look at Edwards Space. This is my first time working with this kind of product. I've worked with Photo-Etch quite a bit before, but what we're looking at here is ready to assembly color, resin, and photo-etched accessories for skill plastic kits. Okay, so we're looking at basically this what are called color resin, which is really a sort of 3D version of our standard control panels. This was what really attracted me to this set, though I always like having really great foot pedals and harnesses for the seats. So let's go ahead and kind of dig into some of these, see which of these I really kind of plan on working with the kit, and kind of compare them to the instructions. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this up. And yeah, these are essentially 3D. You can see there's some width to them. And they've got the black color ready to go. And all of the dials are in their place. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer shot here for you. So this is what we're looking at. Pretty nice. Really nice detail. Alright, and then let's have a look at our standard. Some of these are pre-colored. Standard Photo-Etch pieces. It's nice that these are pre-colored for us, because these can be real pain to paint. Though I do have a method for painting those, but won't have to get into it with this kit apparently. Alright, I will say one thing that worries me a little bit about when we get pre-painted or pre-colored Photo-Etch or anything, is then what we kind of need to do is match the gray, the cockpit gray that they give us, and match that as well as we can. So it sort of forces us into a color, which may not be the one we want. And if I zoom in, I wonder if you can see there's some. I am seeing some pixels, sort of pixels showing up, and that's just part of the printing process. So whatever color I kind of decide to do on the interior, I may just go ahead and paint that as well on these parts as best I can. But most of it's black, so it's not going to need to be blended in any way. Yeah, I'm impressed by these. We'll see if I use them. This set was expensive, but I wanted to kind of give them a shot. I don't know that these will replace necessarily the way that we do cockpit interiors. I think you can achieve a lot still with having the individual decal dials and painting the outer surfaces yourself. But the difference really is in these panels here, these sort of switchboards. These look quite impressive, and this is hard to replicate through painting. All right, that said, let's go ahead and look through the instructions and see what's available for us to use. Alright, so as I said, foot pedals, great. I like having... I know I've never been really pleased with the look of foot pedals in the kits, as they come in the kit, so that'll be nice to replace. This panel here, I'm likely to replace... Let's see, this goes underneath. Oh, interesting, okay. The switches themselves, the little throttles, I like for them to be more 3D like the real thing, so I'm likely to use plastic instead of the actual Photo-Etch pieces. Okay. Oh, and they want you to grind down this surface detail and then place it on. Okay. Alright, and then this instrument panel, what I might need to do, it's not saying specifically whether I need to or not, but I might need to grind down the kit instrument panel details. Okay, so they give us an option here, I guess depending on which version we're planning on doing. We'll have to look a little further into that. Okay, more foot pedals. Yeah, so here specifically they say you need to grind down the surface detail. And same here as well. All right. Some more throttles on the other side. All right, these will need to come down. I might decide to put these on. I might just leave them in the kit. We'll see. When it comes to building, you know, I will kind of weigh my options and think about, yes, it's going to give me better detail, but is the amount of time and effort it takes, is it worth it? Most of the times I do err on, yes, I'm going to put in the extra effort. But lately, I don't know, as you get a little older, you start to value your time a bit more. And so I need to sort of kind of plan out and decide what I'm going to spend time working on. I do like all this extra detail for the seats. I will put in as much effort as I can into the seats. And oh yeah, this, oh great. So they have detail for the inside of the windscreen and the canopy. Great, that's gonna look fantastic. Okay, so it's all interior cockpit detail. I think I'm going to use much of it, actually. I don't think... This isn't asking a whole lot. This isn't, you know, this is just one sheet of PE. I think it's going to be worthwhile to make the vehicle look great. So, yeah, we're going to go with it. That said, let's go ahead and look at the instructions. Pretty straightforward here. They let us know what we should have in the box. And then, as is typical with aircraft models, we start right off with the seats and the cockpit. So again, I will need to sort of coordinate the kit parts that come in the set, as well as these aftermarket details. Okay, they're talking about the two different options here. So again, I need to figure out which option I'm doing. And the vehicle, I bought a whole set of decals, and in a future video I'll show you what those decals are and what version I plan to do. So I want to back up real quick here. So we've got cockpit, and then we jump right onto oh yeah, then we put the cockpit together. This is the lower part of the front. Okay, and then we move on to the wings. They want us to get the wheel in, or the wheel strut in early, which is pretty typical. That's good. This is an area I need to take a little bit more time on, dealing with the wheel struts. They offer a lot of opportunity for detail, and they could look really, really good. It's just a lot of times when I have to put them on at the end of a build, I tend to kind of rush through, and I don't like rushing through. So that's a bit of a discipline that I'm hoping to develop, is taking more care in the way that I deal with wheel struts. Again, this will be my second aircraft model in 5 years. Before that, I built exclusively aircraft for about 20 years. So I'm glad to be getting back into them and kind of reminding myself some of the things I like to do. So for the front windshield, they offer this piece, but again, there's the PE here and other details to help simulate that. All right. Pretty straightforward. Again, the struts, quite a bit of work with the struts. So this is, I'm going to want to spend some time making sure it's nice and clean and getting them together well. And then everything's going to hopefully just pop together. Hopefully. I believe I'm going to open up the hatches. I'm not sure. I'm actually going back for a second here to see if we can. Oh, okay. So my understanding is that these open up individually, and they don't have, unless one opens up on one side and the other opens up on the other. I'll have to take a look at my references. I do have a great little book that will give me some information about this vehicle. But in the meantime, we're going to stop there. I hope you join me on this adventure building the OV-10A Bronco. Very excited about this build, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and please hit subscribe if you like these videos.